What's going on, Geeks and Gamers? This is Ryan with RK Outpost and geeksandgamers.com, and when I saw this, I almost couldn't believe the news. Box office milestone, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker crosses $1 billion globally. They did it, guys. They did it. Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger, they have to be so proud of this accomplishment. I mean, true, you can say, yeah, I mean, that's half of what The Force Awakens made, $2 billion. Sure, you could say that. You could say that, well, I mean, The Last Jedi made $1.3 billion. This is a significant drop-off from that. You could say that. But, I mean, $1 billion, that never happens. It's, like, unheard of. I mean, it has happened, 9 times in 2019, 7 times by Disney themselves, to include such cinematic masterpieces like the remake of Aladdin. $1 billion, that's got to be a success, right? Well, I think, maybe where I stand on that. $1 billion is a lot of money. However, it's not uncommon, at least for Disney, it's when you look at their mass marketing machine and when you think about the fact that The Rise of Skywalker is supposed to be the culmination of the Skywalker saga. That's what it was marketed at. It was forced down our throats at every turn. Every other commercial break on ABC, ESPN, not only every commercial break, but on the ticker, on the bottom line of ESPN, who is owned by Disney, promoted by the anchors, every sports center. I mean, the mass marketing machine of Disney is astounding. And this movie, which should have been doing Endgame numbers, just barely creeps across $1 billion. On the 25th, 28th day of release, somewhere right around there, and it does not look like it's going to make much more at all. It is completely stagnated. When you go ahead and look at Rise of Skywalker, you can see it got this big bump initially from that holiday weekend, and everyone said, "Oh wow, it looks like it could actually have a chance to get Last Jedi." See, we told you guys. But of course, that wasn't the case. It fell off after the holidays and is now nearly completely stagnated. Right now, this movie, $1 billion, so just under $1 billion, $1 million. So almost $1 billion even right now. And when you factor that into, let's see, Rogue One. This is Rogue One from several years ago. $1.05 billion. It looks like this movie has a chance to do basically the same amount as Rogue One. This is before inflation, only a couple years for sure. But can you believe that? This movie, Rogue One, which was a fill-in movie, and it is probably the best of Disney Star Wars that we have seen, maybe that and Mandalorian. It's not a masterpiece of any sort. The Rise of Skywalker, gonna do right along the same lines of this before you even adjust for inflation. You want to talk about something adjusting for inflation? Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, $1.02 billion. Now, granted, there was a re-release in 3D, but still, this is before inflation. When you think about The Rise of Skywalker, you think about how much money it took to make this movie. They are barely in the black, guys. They're making, right now, if you believe the production budget costs and how much we estimate for advertisement, this movie is making $90 million, $100 million at this point. They have a $4 billion investment that they sunk into Star Wars. They built Galaxy's Edge for $1 billion a piece in Florida and California. Just in their UK studios alone, it's cost them $2 billion in production costs. They have not recouped this initial money, guys. Just because it's amassing $4 billion in the box office doesn't mean anything. This is a failure for Bob Iger, for Kathleen Kennedy, for everyone involved. And you can try to tell us that this is a success. And some people might believe that if they just look up at the box office and see $1 billion. But think about something else that's in theaters right now. You look at the way this is charting, the way this is tracking, the disinterest that people have had. Look at something that's still in theaters. Jumanji: The Next Level. Released a week before Rise of Skywalker, still going up at a better clip right now than Rise of Skywalker is. And in fact, when you think about Jumanji only costing $130 million production budget, it's going to make, talk about how much money it will make for the studio, about twice as much as the Rise of Skywalker will right now. This is a box office success for what they invested into it. Star Wars is not. This movie should, like we said, it should have been doing Endgame levels. The Force Awakens made more money than Avengers Endgame domestically. And we get down to it at the end, it's just a decrescendo. The plane is in a nosedive and it's crashing. So they can spin it any way they want. People, defenders of this film, of Disney, Star Wars, can defend it any way they want. But I don't think there's any way that you can't look at this if you're someone who's invested at the top level of Disney, of Lucasfilm, and not be disappointed in what we get from the end, the culmination of the Skywalker saga. You've killed off all the legacy characters for what? For this? For this is the way you go out? This is the way you end it? I think that any reasonable person can look at it and say that this is not the ending that they wanted to have, for it to make less than The Last Jedi. Not just a little, but a lot. Gotta be disappointing for Disney, for Bob Iger. You have to imagine they're looking to make a change. I don't know how you let Kathleen Kennedy just keep on rolling there. And I also don't know how you let her just stay out to the end of her contract. You need somebody in there now to get ready for these next, if they're doing this High Republic thing that all the rumors say they're doing, you need someone in there that knows what they're doing more than Kathleen Kennedy does and is invested in giving people the Star Wars they deserve more than Kathleen Kennedy. But that's all we have. $1 billion, guys. I can't believe it. Just look at the numbers right here. The others that made $1 billion this year are Avengers Endgame, The Lion King, Frozen 2, $1.37 billion. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is going to make more, likely, than The Rise of Skywalker, or at least very close. Toy Story 4 and Aladdin. Also Spider-Man Far From Home and Joker. Joker on a $55 million budget. Right now is making more than The Rise of Skywalker, and it's about to be re-released, so you're just going to add on to that. But any way you look at it, I just don't see how you can go to the top of the mountain and scream to everyone that this is a great success and a great end to the Skywalker saga. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm totally off base. I want you guys to let me know in the comments. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to Geeks and Gamers. Also check out my channel, Ryan Kinnell, RK Outpost. The link will be in the pinned comment below. Smash the like button, ring the bell for notifications. We'll talk to you guys later.
Hey, this is Jay with Geeks and Gamers with a special announcement. Over the past few years, several of us have been trying to complete a home that will house orphans and displaced children in the country of El Salvador. We were hoping that this home would be finished by the time Christmas rolled around in 2019. Unfortunately, we did not meet our goal to complete this home. Partnering with Jeremy and all of us here at Geeks and Gamers and with you, we are setting up a GoFundMe to raise some funds that hopefully will help us get closer to our goal in completing this home. We will use the money to hire professionals to check out the home and also pay for some educational costs for many of the children. This will help with the burden of those raising money, and more money can be put into this home to be completed. Me and several staff members from Geeks and Gamers will be traveling to El Salvador at the end of May that we can bring a significant amount of money to finish this project. We hope that you would want to partner with us in this as well. So please click on the link, read about it, and do the best that you can. Thank you so much.